Yo, welcome to another episode of Culture Controversial Podcast Sports Talk. I'm your host, Simply Nicholas87, and my co-host D Rome.
What's going on, world? How y'all doing this evening?
And for everybody that's new out there to the channel, y'all go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Also, hit the notification bell, let you know when we're going live and when I'm dropping content as well. So also, definitely we're on the way to 200. We are at 164. So we are slowly getting there, but it's gonna take a little time. But like I said, tell people to come check us out, man, over here at the Culturally Controversial Podcast, man, on Mondays and Thursdays. So you can enjoy yourself. So we're gonna get into football a little bit first, get into the Panthers playing the who did they play this Sunday? Was it the Eagles?
Giants.
Giants.
Yeah.
But the Giants well, I'm talking about the past Sunday.
Last weekend they played the Vikings.
The Vikings, yeah. Any thoughts on that game?
Um, this is what my take is from the game. Like always, if you're a Panther fan or if you've been watching football, our problem over the last couple of years has been our O line. So that's the first take that I've seen that is hurting the offense. Secondly, Sam Darnold looked like he was in the wrong situation in the Jets. Like the first three games he played wonderful. The last three games, he hasn't really been playing that good. So I'm not going to say that's him more so. It could be still the old Sam, but also I know he has, again, the effect of the offensive line that is not giving him opportunity to make good plays or, especially on the pass. Also, that same game, receivers. We had a lot of multiple drops that game from some of my biggest guys. That we even gave a contract extension to. I mean, our top two receivers didn't make big plays. Offense didn't utilize the run. They got a decent running back in the draft, Chubb Hubbard. Even though he was a fourth rounder, but he was one of the highly regarded running backs in the draft.
Right.
So it's a lot that I seen that the offense had a lot of miscues on. Defense kind of still played their normal. They're not as stellar like they were the first 3 weeks, but they still kind of held their own. But they're putting situation where they being out on the field a lot and also having be put in a situation because of turnovers, that will cause them, to either, constantly play a lot, with the game management, being out there more than the offense.
Right.
Being tired. So that plays a lot of, that plays a lot in the fact of how the game goes. So overall to say that, it just didn't look good. It didn't look like the first 3 weeks, the last three games, brother. So we'll see how Sunday goes. If Sunday goes the same way, then I would think it's time to kind of start looking at options and because it's nothing changing, and first you need to start with the coaching. I'll be honest with you. That's my first
head coaching or position coaching or coordinators.
I always say it starts with the head coach, but also, I mean, the problem could be just the coordinators. Could be the definitely Brady isn't living up to what people hype him up to be. Phil Snow has improved the defense, so I'm not really thinking he's an issue with the team right now. Last year, a lot of factors, came into play with COVID and things of that nature. But like now, where they were able to have a full off season, OTAs, practice and things of that nature, I think he was more planned and prepared as far as getting the defense ready for certain situations. But offense still just looks kind of stale, especially with weapons that we have. I mean, it shouldn't be looking the way we look.
Correct. For my take on it, I agree with you as far as coaching. The offensive line definitely has got the. I mean, find somebody at least by a trade deadline, at least a decent tackle. I would be looking for a tackle.
Oh yeah, definitely.
A tackle, left tackle at that. Like you said, the defense it can only do so much when you're on the field more than what you need to be. It kind of wears the defense down. So, and again, a lot of key drops by your two top receivers, Moore and Anderson. So and then with your top player, I think he's on IR now.
Yeah, he's still on IR, which is kind of another topic that with me, I'm really thinking it's more than what they're saying it is with them, because today they put it out. It's on Bleacher Report that they're looking at the running back from Indianapolis. I can't think of his name right now.
Is his name White or Gray? No, I'm thinking about somebody else.
Give me a second. Yeah, give you the name, but pull it up now. Marlon Mack.
Okay.
So they look. Yeah, my fault.
No, I was saying they were looking into getting him.
Yeah, they're looking into getting him, and the what's called it rumor, or not rumors, but the pot is starting back to stir again about Watson again. So I wouldn't be surprised. It might be. I mean, my take on it, and this is just it's not true. This is just a speculation. I wouldn't be surprised CMC might be part of a trade.
So you think we trade a couple of key players to get Watson and a couple draft picks, maybe?
Yeah, it could be possible in this moment right now. I mean, just my speculation, because to me it was weird that he was healthy. Supposed to have been healthy going into the week that we were supposed to play, I think, the Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden he wasn't. But then they come out and say, he got injured again, but that was kind of out of the blue too. So it makes me wonder, something isn't sounding right, with that, he couldn't have been that.
No, you
he couldn't have been that healthy, saying that he was almost 100%, and all of a sudden just have a sudden relapse. I mean, it could happen, but it was just kind of odd how it went from, oh, we just keeping him out just for more of a safety precaution, and then now he's hurt again. And I know that they talk about being at practice and things of that nature, but that wasn't really brought up too much in the situation. Talking about him, it's kind of like, oh, he's hurt again, and they replace him on IR. Which for me, if you put him on IR, you at least protecting him. When is the trade deadline?
I think it's week 9 this year.
So that's probably about almost right with the 3. This will be, I think, his first week on IR.
Oh, yeah.
So that's at least 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Be on IR. So they could play into the point where they might be trying to protect him to trade him.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, dude, they really put a lot of workload on him in those couple years since he's been there.
Yeah.
way more than any running back. He gets more workload than probably Derrick Henry gets, but Derrick Henry has more of a body type to carry that kind of load.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mr. Skinny TV, salutes to you, brother. Appreciate you for following through, bro.
I was telling Mr. Skinny, good to see you.
Oh yeah. My thing is that if they can, I don't see the thing with Christian McCaffrey. Don't know how long he's gonna be there, and his injuries are gonna make him kind of vulnerable for people to, if somebody wanted to accept the trade for him in particular, because now that he's been a workhorse in Carolina for what now 3+ years, maybe, or 2.
Solely the first 2 years, maybe 3. Last year, started the injury bug, and then again this year after a decent start, and then got hurt in a Houston game. Pulled up on the play where he was almost to a point of scoring. Yeah, his workload has definitely been higher than normal, especially back at his size. I mean, really, if you look, he's more of a slot receiver. I mean, he could definitely, play the position, but he's not a every 3-down back. He's
back.
more positional player where he's better suited, probably definitely being out of the slot. He's what they say, he's a great check down player.
Yeah.
But
he can get you that first.
Yeah, he'll get you the yards. He'll get you the dirt. I would call the scramble yards. He'll get you the yard that you need to get your first down, or keep from losing yards. But he's not a quote unquote true 3-down
back. Yeah,
he's not that. And again, this falls to me solely on coaching, to where they should know that. And again, this is where I've been having issue with the Panthers the last 3-4 years, is coaching, and how the coaches, and I don't know if I really speak about it a lot in our past podcast, but I feel like the coaches hasn't did enough to protect the players, meaning time management, looking out for their well-being, especially when it comes to injuries. Just like I feel that's what Ron Rivera did to Cam. He really didn't look out for Cam's best interests and put Cam in a situation where he would basically cut off the team because he wasn't reliable when it comes to being healthy, and as well as word of letting them know he was healthy. And then now you're dealing with this with Christian McCaffrey, pretty much kind of like hand in hand, where as soon as Cam leave, then it started with Christian McCaffrey.
Yep.
So it's kind of like a thing where, like, even though it's two different coaching, personnels in there now, or with the two different personnels, you're not seeing, I would say, good load management in the sense of how you are controlling your players and how you're monitoring your players on a weekly basis, how they are prepared, I would say, physically to go out there and perform.
Right. So let's just say, for argument's sake, if a trade is made and they do happen to get Deshaun Watson, do you see the dynamic of the offense changing a lot more for the good, or do you see it kind of still being like at that stalemate point where it is now?
I would say it would definitely have to change, because it's not. I mean, I think you have to more prepare for where McCaffrey is more of what they relied on for the, like I said, the short yards, and like I said, especially check down. They used them in that situation, but now you're not going to have that. But you're going to have a but a quarterback that's going to be more able to scramble, going to be more able to make plays, I would say, in desperation, needs, where, if he's scrambling, if he's getting chased down, he can make the plays on using his feet more so than any other quarterback. Now, Sam has been decent with scrambling, getting yards when he could, but he's definitely taking a lot of shots, taking a lot of sacks. And now with the O-line not performing the way they should, he's been rushing the ball and throwing a lot more interceptions the last couple of weeks. So, I mean, it would have to change, but still, the issue is going to always be how healthy and how good the O-line is going to perform.
Agreed. I'll just say this, and we'll get on to the basketball. I feel like Carolina should win Sunday. It should be like a gimme win, but the Giants did beat Atlanta.
Exactly.
So I'm not gonna say it's a gimme, but it should, on paper, it should be a gimme.
Exactly. I would say that paper wise, there's no way we should be 5-1 paper wise.
Right.
This game, I would say, yeah, we definitely would probably lost the Dallas game, but Eagles and the Vikings,
there should have been 2 wins.
There should have been 2 wins. I mean, even last week, there's no way we should have struggled the way we struggled last week against the Vikings. Even the Eagles. I mean, the Eagles, I give them credit. They definitely picked up their defense and played better, like than they past weeks. But also, again, it goes back to our offensive line. If they can pick up the scheme of the offensive line.
Mm-hmm.
They they got us in the bag. I mean, and I'll be honest with you, Dallas probably created the formula for other teams to see how to play us.
I agree with that as well. But well, I mean, we're gonna jump into that when we're gonna do a mid-season, review on some of the teams when the midpoint of the season comes back. Gives you a good idea where all these teams are lying at right now going into the season.
Yeah,
Like we're getting ready to tune up for the second half of the season.
yeah.
But I want to start with the opening night NBA. I did catch the two games on opening night Tuesday. Brooklyn versus Milwaukee, and also the primetime game, Los Angeles versus Golden State. I'll start with the Brooklyn game. I don't see Brooklyn doing anything. They missing their piece. They missing their point guard.
Yeah, I mean,
be real.
Yeah, I mean, Kyrie is definitely a pivotal part of the team, especially what they went into I would say last season with being one of the notable, I would say, contenders as they like to put out there, that they probably have one of the best chances of winning the NBA championship. With again, it goes back into more now. It's a political thing where he's standing against getting vaccinated. Certain things that I hear from different media, like ESPNs, other, maybe podcasts or, radio talk shows is, I kind of understand his point, but also even I know Magic Johnson got a lot of criticism.
Yeah.
Fall back from what he said because he had AIDS, but he has a point. That's his team. He is letting his team down. And let me say that.
Yeah.
I get his point, and I understand what he's standing for on that, but also he is letting his team down, and this isn't a time where he's not trying to choose to do it. So I mean, if he doesn't come back, I don't see him being right now. They might be barely knocking on 4th or 5th in the East if he doesn't come back at all.
Yeah, I was thinking somewhere around like between 5 and possibly 7 if he doesn't come back, because I mean you got KD who is he's gonna get his, so that is what it is with that. But you have James Harden who is sometimes here and then sometimes he's not a real good shooter from the field. I mean, he shoots a lot of threes, but he's not the perfect shooter.
No, he's not a what you call like score.
Yeah,
but he's not a score from anywhere in the court player. I mean, he has to set up the three, or he uses his move to draw fouls on the drive. So
now he can't really do that anymore with the new rule. Yeah, so a lot of these players try to do that fall through foul. They eliminated that now, and it showed a lot on both games, honestly.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It showed a lot. But my take on that is Milwaukee was way more loaded than Brooklyn at this point right now until they figure their situation out. I see them still probably going back to defending the title right now. I mean, it's still early in the season. You still got 81 games to play, but they look like a team that's out here ready to make a statement against a team that was built to win championships. When people wrote the team that thought was they always get to that point and they always lose in the playoffs. So I think now they realize they got over the hump. I think the pressure's off of them. I think they'll just go out and just play. I think Giannis played pretty good the other night. Middleton had a pretty decent game. So I think Milwaukee will be back to its rare form going into the postseason. Now going to the second game, the Lakers versus the Warriors. I'm just gonna be real honest. I don't know how this situation is gonna work. I don't know what Vogel. I don't know what Vogel has going on as far as rotations and lineups. But I'm gonna say this: there's no way that you should have Rondo and Westbrook on the floor at the same time.
Yeah,
It's no way.
agree.
There's no possible way.
Agree. Totally agree.
Channel Chill Town. Hey man, if you ain't busy, man, come on up here. I'm just drop the link in here. Let's see if I can get that in, man. Please. Yeah, but I honestly don't see any other way that Frank Vogel. I don't. With your big two, they play great. I'm not gonna take that away. Now, free throws, they struggle from the free throw line, and that's normal for LeBron because LeBron is not a great free throw shooter. Well, he's averaging right about 68, 69%, maybe right at 70.
Yeah,
his 3-point game stepped up good from this game.
Yeah, he knocked down some good threes in the game. I would say they're in the same situation as Brooklyn to a degree, and
right.
It's not because they're missing a player. It's just the players that they honestly got. Westbrook. Again, Westbrook doesn't fit the mold to kind of be the third option.
Right.
Third or fourth.
I can agree with it.
He's the player that where he's a triple double every night walking on the floor. So he has a lot to do how the offense operates now with LeBron being
Channel Chill Town.
Yo,
what's up, brother?
What up, though?
Nothing much, man. Appreciate you for coming through, man.
Yeah, man.
We up here talking about
them Lakers, huh?
Yeah, Lakers and Warriors.
And Warriors look good, man. Jordan Poole, bro.
Hey, yeah. He looked good. Now I will say this: we struggled. We ran out. I put it like this: fourth quarter, we were nowhere to be found.
Y'all had two people almost close to 30 points or over 30 points, and the next closest person only had 9.
Yeah, that was mellow. That was definitely mellow.
What's up with Vogel, man? Think he gonna make it through the season?
He'll make
it.
Scapegoat. He's gonna be their scapegoat for losing a couple of games. I'll say that. It's always gonna be the case, especially under LeBron. Mm-hmm. How many coaches have lost their coach and head coaching position because of how they start off in the beginning of the season? I know at least 2 or 3.
Mm-hmm. Was it Mike Williams? What was it? Was it Mike
Brown.
Williams? Oh, Mike Brown. I'm sorry. Yeah, Mike Brown.
The guy from Cleveland. I can't think his name.
Dave Blatt.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
And did they throw what's the name under the bus that first year?
Ty Lue?
Did Tyronn Lue get thrown like that too? Might be 4 actually.
Yeah, I think it was based off of I know what the Mike Brown situation was. They went deep into the playoffs that year, and then the next year his ass was gone.
Yeah.
Yep.
Lou and D'Antoni was it? No, was it? Who was it? It was one more.
Was it D'Antoni?
That was Lakers. If it was D'Antoni,
I feel like it might have been on I feel like it was another coach besides
or Luke Walton.
No.
Oh yeah, Luke got the boot too. Oh yeah, wasn't he the coach? He was an assistant coach with the Lakers, right? He wasn't a head coach.
No, yeah, he was a head coach.
Okay, I'm thinking when Steve Kerr got sick. I think when Steve Kerr got sick.
Yeah.
When Steve Kerr got sick, Luke took over.
Yeah.
But yeah, somebody got to be scapegoat. It ain't gonna be Braun. I can tell you that.
Oh no,
it ain't gonna be Braun. It ain't gonna be Braun. I mean, man, from what I seen, I put it like this: I don't know. Vogel don't know what lineup he wants to put in right now. It's just like he's just trying to plug pieces in, see what works here, what works there. Now your first lineup was okay. I probably would have started Rondo over Westbrook. That's just my opinion.
You bring Westbrook off the bench?
I would.
I think because he can probably, I say his scoring be more prolific off the. I mean, he shouldn't, but
I wouldn't think it's easier said than done. I think Westbrook wouldn't be happy with coming off the bench, being the caliber of player he is, and specifically coming off the bench for Rondo.
Well, I take Rondo as far now. This is why I would take Rondo because considering that Rondo has already been there, kind of knows Vogel's system. It wouldn't be too hard to fit in with plugging him, AD, and LeBron on the court at the same time because it would be some kind of good chemistry.
So you saying you'd give Rondo more? So that means you'd give Rondo more minutes than Westbrook.
I would. Well, Westbrook got what, 30? I think if I'm not mistaken, Westbrook had almost 33, 34 minutes the other night.
Yep.
8 points. Shot bad from the field. Rondo had probably less than that and had probably just as many points. Coming off the bench.
I'm no head coach. I'm no head coach. But I gotta have Russ on the floor. I gotta have Russ on the floor because if you're going against a team, and for example, let's say you're going against a team like Golden State.
Right.
Rondo can't guard neither one of those two guards. In my opinion, I don't think Rondo can hang with Steph Curry. I think probably Westbrook will probably be your best chance against Steph Curry out there.
And defensive wise, yeah, I give you that. Now, offensively, I think Rondo can hold his own as far as controlling the offense because I feel like he's more of a better ball handler than Westbrook.
I agree with that. I think I don't think he has a bigger basketball IQ than Westbrook because Westbrook can give you somebody that averages a triple-double for a season twice has a higher basketball IQ than Rondo, in my opinion.
I can agree with that. I just feel like, with the Lakers system in general, like you put Westbrook somewhere, well, I mean, even in Washington, he was still getting a triple-double. Even though they weren't winning a lot of games, they did get in the playoffs. But it's just the fact that I would take Rondo with AD and LeBron as right now until they get rest figured in. I mean, it may have been first game jitters. We'll find out tomorrow because they play the Suns tomorrow.
That's gonna be good. That's gonna be a good game. Yeah. I want to see how he does out there. Now, I agree with if there was a case to be made for bringing Rondo in as your starter. It's because Rondo is I would say he's a better floor general than Westbrook is.
Yeah.
He's more decisive with the ball, whereas Russ is in attack mode.
Yeah. See, sometimes that attack mode can cost you some games.
You don't need to attack when you got, LeBron and AD and all them out there. You don't need to attack.
He's a three-headed.
You don't.
Yeah, he's a three-headed. I call him a triple threat. He could do it all. But in that system, you don't need your point guard to do it all. You need your point guard to facilitate that offense, get AD the ball, and make sure LeBron get his touches. Everything else gonna work itself out.
And sometimes I've seen some points in the game, and I say this too, that Westbrook was kind of hesitant about taking some of those shots too. He wasn't as aggressive. He kind of like slacked up at the rim because usually, Westbrook will come down the floor, full speed, and he's gonna get that layup or assist it or pass it off or something. But he was kind of like hesitant when he got the ball. So maybe it was just the first game jitters. I don't know. Like I said, we'll see
overreaction. Little overreaction from folks. It's like you the Lakers, man. You got like 5 Hall of Famers on your team. You're gonna get every team's best shot every single night for 82 games. I don't care who you playing.
Yeah. And Melo, now I say this, Melo played good coming off the bench. He came out, had a couple good threes. So I think Melo will fit in pretty good as far as coming off the bench. I don't know if I see him as a starter, but his bench role is perfect. And Malik Monk, maybe he still get worked in. He'll be okay as well. I got to see more out of Dwight.
Yeah, I don't think Melo. Well, I'm speaking from my perspective. I don't think Melo can crack that starting lineup. I think either him and Rondo come off the bench or Westbrook and Melo come off the bench.
I see that being more of an option because I just think this is like I said, I'm not a coach too, but I just feel like I said, Rondo being a floor general, he could be able to facilitate better with AD, LeBron, those guys out there. But you put Westbrook coming off a second string or coming off, off the bench, that's instant scoring. I mean, he's going to attack more because he's going to be the guy that's controlling that second string. So I feel like he'll be more of a spark to keep the offense going. Even though, like you said, he might not want to take the role coming off the bench, but him and Melo, I think they can do something off the bench together. I think that'll be a better fit. I mean, if I look at it like this, if they want to win, that to me, that might be a better way to go. But again, I know it's a lot of egos where they won't still be out there and be top 5 on the court starting. So,
yeah,
I agree with that.
I'll say this too. Yeah. With that, I just think they don't. What happened the other night shouldn't happen again. They shouldn't put Westbrook and Rondo on the floor at the same time.
Yeah, the good thing is they did it the first game, and hopefully they watched enough tape to where, against other teams, the Warriors barely almost made the playoffs last year. So I wouldn't think they're a caliber enough team to make a decision off of, but at least to give you some tape to say, you know what, if we do start Rondo, to my man's point is when Westbrook comes off the bench, that's an automatic mismatch for the other team.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not too many teams that could bring the firepower off the bench, like bringing Westbrook off the bench and bringing Melo off the bench at the same time. It's going to be a mismatch for whoever they play.
As I said, when they figure it out, it'll be dangerous. Yeah. When they get it figured out. Right now, it's still it's in that trying to figure each other out stage right now.
I think it's going to take them about maybe 15 games to figure it out. And once they figure out what system they're going to run with all those folks out there, it's going to be ugly. They're going to be walking teams out the building, man. And
I say this about the Warriors. They're going to be dangerous when they get Clay back. That's all I can say.
Oh yeah, they're going to be fun. I mean, it was fun to watch against the Lakers, but once Clay get back, they're going to be interesting because Poole and Wiseman and Wiggins and Draymond and it's gonna be crazy, man. They got Andre back, they got Jordan Bell back, they got some good players back in the mix.
They got a good. I'll say they probably got one of the best. I would say probably I would say all around, but like now they got some pieces even off the bench that can be utilized, especially in the way they play their system.
Right.
Even Wiggins is probably being more, even though he's probably not the guy now like he was back when he was with Minnesota, but he's more of a pivotal point of the team now.
Oh yeah.
And then like I said, if you get Clay back, there's definitely going to be something, will be a problem. It really, it's not really a weak point on that team, right now that, that stands out.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
to top it off, these other teams are getting way better. Like you look at Denver's squad, you look at Phoenix's squad, Clippers, all these teams, Dallas, all these teams are getting better. They ain't no more pushovers now. It's a walking dub every night, man. You ain't guaranteed to walk somebody out the building every night.
And I say this, the West is loaded.
To be honest with you, it's reminding me of the 90s. Like with these teams, you didn't really have bad teams. I mean, pretty much majority of all the NBA teams back in the early 90s, they were competitive, especially out west,
Yeah.
When to say I want to see THT. I think THT he's still hurt, if I'm not mistaken. That's why he didn't play the other night. So I don't know when he's coming back for sure.
Who's playing who's on TNT tonight? Do we know? I didn't turn the TV on yet.
Let me check and see. Cause you got your
I'm pulling it up real quick. I got my little sports ticket going.
I was trying to see who played tonight.
Clippers. Oh no, Hawks and Mavs on TNT right now. Hawks up by 12. 43.
That's a good matchup there. I like that.
31.
Trae Young.
And then the Clippers and Warriors want to be the 10 o'clock game.
Clippers and Warriors on TNT. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Definitely checking that one out.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what they do against the Clippers. They could potentially mop 2 LA teams up in one swing. I like that.
Yeah. They can mop them up though.
Yeah.
That's perfectly fine with me. But they ain't even got they don't even have Leonard right now anyway.
Yeah, he's banged up, right?
Yeah, I think he's still in rehab with his knee for right now, as far as I know. And I don't think if he do come back, it's gonna be after the All-Star break.
Yeah, I think he ain't gonna be back until like like I said, after All-Star
break. Yeah,
that's gonna be tough for the Clippers, man. But in some cases, when somebody like that gets hurt, it gives a lot of other players a chance to step up and fill it in like they wouldn't normally do. So, just like when Clay got hurt, cats like Jordan Poole, they got a chance to step into that role and show what they made of. And some of them hold it down. Some of them it's like, damn, it's gonna be a long break before we get our guy back.
But that's a good thing about the Warriors. Like, I don't think they're not panicking because they know. I mean, Clay should be back by December or January.
Yeah, maybe sooner. I don't know.
December.
But they can go on a good little winning streak with what they got now.
Yeah, they can hold. I mean, they got enough pieces to hold down the fort. They just gotta play smart and play that level of basketball that they played against the Lakers. I would say a fully healthy Lakers. If they could do that consistently and stay healthy, they'd be all right. Win the games they're supposed to win, man.
Yeah, that's the thing. I about to say that, like he said, that the West. When you talked about that last time you came on the episode, how you said the West was gonna be loaded.
Mm-hmm.
The West is loaded.
Again.
It's loaded. Like, I don't know about the East right now because it's still, you got all these, you got Philadelphia in question marks with their player.
The Knicks look good.
Brooklyn.
I think it'll be good though.
Yeah, Knicks put on a show the other night, man. We had 2 overtimes.
Yep, 2 overtimes beat.
Yeah, I like the ball that they playing. I like watching Derrick Rose, man. I think he on his way back, man. Well, he ain't gonna be the old Derrick Rose.
Old Derrick Rose, nah.
But he still, the way I watched him play the other night, he still looked like he could put some buckets on you, man. He was doing his thing against Boston.
But I feel like the heavy hitters in the East are gonna be the ones that's probably gonna struggle this year.
Yeah.
Like your Brooklyn's. I think Milwaukee's still gonna be fine. Milwaukee's fine. They're gonna be okay.
Oh yeah, they still got their core pieces in place. I think they're gonna be all right.
It's just Brooklyn and Philadelphia right now.
Yeah, they may take a step back, man. Without Kyrie, they're gonna be hurting. And these other teams, I think Atlanta gonna take another step forward this year. I think they're surprising people, and Trae Young showed that he could do his thing, no matter which team he's playing against.
He said they schooling the champs right now, 11-3.
I like the Heat too. I like the Heat, man. I like Tyler Hero. I like Bam. I like that system they got there. I always was a Coach Spo fan, man. I liked him.
So they got Kyle Lowry too, right?
Yeah, Kyle Lowry. So they got some good pieces down there that reliable pieces. I'll put it that way.
Yeah, I like these teams that people don't really put on their radar just because they focused on Milwaukee and all these other teams. That just allows these teams to sneak into the playoffs with like a 6 seed and end up doing some damage in the playoffs. So I like when those underdog teams pop up.
I hope Charlotte gets that move. And once they get rolling, I feel like they'll be the next team to be up in that.
What you think about Memphis?
Memphis gonna make some noise, man. They got pieces, but they got good young pieces. They just signed who was that the other day for a rookie extension? Can't think of his name.
Oh, damn it! I know you're talking about. Just looking at that the other day. It'll come to me.
Yeah,
it'll come to me.
Jordan Ja, where he's playing, man, he just like
Ja's bad. That's a bad boy.
Didn't he get hurt last year too? Was he banged up for some time last year? He missed a handful of games last year too.
I think he had missed his ankle it was early in the season last year.
Yeah,
if I'm not mistaken. He missed a good little bit. Came back to us.
I tell you who one of my favorite players is to watch. I like Michael Porter Jr.
Oh yeah.
I like his game, man. I like his game.
In the draft the year he got drafted, he dropped tremendously, and people didn't think he was going to come back and be the player that he showed like last year. I mean, whew.
They loaded, man. I like Denver's team, man. They got the Joker, they got him, they got my boy Aaron Gordon.
Yep.
They got some ballers, man. I think Denver, Utah, they all ain't taking no steps back. They all gonna be right back in it.
They got good pieces, coach pieces, especially Denver and Utah. I mean, they tough, man. You gonna play if you play those two teams, man. It's not gonna be no cakewalk. You're gonna have
no easy outs.
No, they're gonna be straight 48 minutes.
And I think everybody wants to see the fact now that was last year with Phoenix a fluke or not. But I don't think it was a fluke anyway.
No.
That was just showing you how good Chris Paul is. The team. He was the glue to put all the pieces together with that organization.
Yeah. And honestly, they could have won. They could have won that finals, man. They was in position to take that next step, man. And I think they got a young team. I mean, outside of Chris Paul. I mean, I like Ayton. I'm a fan. First of all, I'm a fan of anybody that went to the University of Arizona. That's my alma mater. So anybody that played for UAA, I'm with them. Whether it's Ayton, whether it's Iguodala, anybody that went to UAA, man. Aaron Gordon, any one of those guys, I'm rocking with them.
Yeah, I don't think there was a fluke last year. I think they're gonna still make that run this year. If nobody gets hurt, everybody stays healthy, they'll still be there.
Yeah, I agree.
They can contend for the West like any of these teams can. The question mark right now is Dallas.
I think the West is wide open, man. I think Dallas could take that step too. They lose in the first round last year, right?
Was it first round? Yeah.
The
first round. Same team.
Portland's still good.
Yeah, Portland didn't drop off any.
Yeah, we got some stuff to look at this season for sure. It's just going to be shaking up.
With Dame, I just want to see if they can get past the next round. I know they've been talking about Dame. Probably he wants to stay, but
he had a chance to bounce last year, though, didn't he?
I think he did. He stayed, but I don't think he signed for no extension or nothing, though, as far as I know.
I think he's on his last year. I think this is his last year in the contract.
I could see him bouncing.
Yeah, I can see it.
I feel like he'd go to somebody like the Clippers or.
I think
he got to go to a contender, man. It's like you can't afford to take a step back and go to some team that's trying to rebuild. He got to go to somebody that's trying to win, like now.
Yeah.
Where they need him.
I mean, as far as now, this is what I was saying before. They picked up Westbrook before the season started. I was in kind of awe that we didn't get Bradley Beal.
Oh yeah, he's another. For the Lakers?
Yeah. Like if we would have got Bradley Beal, I feel like that would have been a spark.
That's a missing piece for sure.
That Rondo won him at the 2.
Yeah. Brian could play 3. Yeah.
Honestly, if you had, but see, that's the thing. That's a gift and a curse with having Rondo and Westbrook, man. It's like I would like to see Westbrook play the 2, but he's a dude that needs the ball in his hands. It's like your offense, if he ain't got the ball in his hands, he's being underused because he's best with the ball in his hand. That's why now I'm thinking about it. Him coming off the bench, having that ball in his hand, probably be the best bet.
What the sneakers? What's up, brother?
Yo, what up, my fellas?
What's going
on, brother?
Oh man.
Well, just seeing y'all in here talking about the NBA. I said, let me come jump in.
Oh yeah, man. What you think so far, man? What you think? What's your outtake on it right now?
I mean, the only thing, man, I'm just focused on right now is Melo winning that chip, man. I'm going against the grain this year, but I'm going for the Lakers. I'm not even a Lakers fan. I'm a Denver fan. But I just want Melo to get that chip. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think this is his last shot to get his chip, man. This is his last shot, so he got to do it with them.
Yeah. I mean, they got the pieces to do it. It's just the way they got to utilize them right. Like I said, it's the first game, and I don't know, Vogel's probably trying to figure out what rotation would fit, but like Chilltown said, it's gonna take a little time for it to,
Yeah, I think he
20 games.
I think Melo know
20
his
games.
position though, man.
Yeah,
I think Melo knows like his position. Like I think Melo knows what they need him off the bench to do. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that can come out and do like 12, 13, 14 points a game. You know what I'm saying? Off the bench. I think Melo understands that. I think it's just, they got to see what's going on with Westbrook, man, because that was a horrible game right there. They got to figure out what to do with him.
What they can't do, and this is why I say it's going to take them at least 20 games to figure it out, is they can't afford to take no nights off. They can't afford to assume that just because they got all this talent, every night is an automatic dub.
Yeah.
Right? You know how many people like on these other teams is licking their chops to go against this team and say, you know what? We could beat y'all. Y'all old, we young, we gonna whoop y'all. Y'all better bring your A game every night because we come and take your head off every night.
Exactly.
I feel, like I said, Westbrook coming off the bench would probably be the thing that can keep their offense stabilized where they won't have these dry runs. I mean, like I said, I'm not a coach, but I think Westbrook needs to accept the role of being the sixth man. I mean, I can see him being a sixth man that can have the role as a starter.
Yeah, and if it don't work, I think they can make him. And matter of fact, that's a good point because they can experiment with that now while they got the chance, right? Like within these first 15, 20 games, let's mix it up, right? Let's bring Russ off the bench and see how that works. Because like you said, I think if he comes off the bench, he's an automatic mismatch for whoever they face. Like they second best point guard or two guard can't run with Russ at all. At all.
Do you think Westbrook will actually accept that type of role though, knowing his caliber is?
We talked about that. That's gonna be tough for him to accept.
Yeah.
If you want to win, he ain't. I mean, right now, I look at it like this. I mean, he has no championships. I was thinking about me. And I'm not saying he always been like that, but now you on a team that you do have you have more of a real supporting cast. Not to say you never had it before either, but now you have the opportunity again. So let's swallow the pride and go out there and try to do what's best for the team, not me.
Yeah. If it's about winning for him, he wouldn't mind coming off the bench. You already won an MVP. You already been to the finals. The only thing left is to go out there and do whatever you need to do to win a chip. And if that means coming off the bench, then, because you already know it ain't your team. You know what I'm saying?
He knows that.
You know what ain't
he
your
knew
team.
that when he got there.
Yeah, I mean,
you ain't the dude. So just
I mean, it's not his team. So I mean, not to say you need to take the back seat, but you need, you're a role player. I mean, he's a pivotal role player, and not that he's not important, but he's a big key to what they're envisioning right now. So
now another big thing with that is too now. Can I see the same AD all season long? Because y'all already know
that's
AD.
Mr. Glass. That's Mr. Glass. Man.
Glass. He's fragile. He played good now. He played. Yeah. he played good the other night. But now, how long can he stay at this form going in 80 games? Because last year was 72. Now he got a full regular season. So we'll see how the body can hold up against the test of time.
It's not a lot of pressure. It's not a lot of pressure on him, though. I mean, I would say, the pressure would be on him to stay healthy. That's probably his primary concern is you ain't got to play a whole lot of minutes to average, 25 and 12. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You got to be ready to go sit your ass down. Let Dwight come in and give you some good minutes. You can come in and stay healthy. If he tries to overdo it and that coach tries to overplay his minutes, and he already fragile, so he may end up getting banged up sooner than later.
Absolutely.
One thing, like what Chill said, and I agree with, they do need to be on that. They need to be a lot more fierce. You know what I'm saying, when it comes to like coming into these games, because like you say, like with the minutes with AD, I mean, if they came in fierce, just doing everything they supposed to do, really killing these teams, they can, afford to kind of like rest AD. You know what I'm saying, like. Maybe like around the third quarter or something like that, so that way he ain't playing a lot of minutes. But they got to come in there with that mentality, like they trying to kill him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's like I said, him and LeBron 39 minutes apiece, I think.
Yeah, because he had to.
LeBron. Yeah, they should. I don't think LeBron should be playing 39 minutes, not with a squad like that. You know what I'm saying?
If
they come in there with that mentality to try to kill him.
Mm-hmm. And did y'all notice that LeBron had a different his whole play style? He didn't attack. I didn't see him drive too much the other night. I think he took a lot of just shots. He was doing a lot of shooting.
Have to learn how to do more of if he's going to preserve his body. Because then again, you got to think LeBron. Hey, this ain't LeBron either. Mm-hmm. I mean, he could be subject to a hamstring or any type of
right.
Yeah.
issue. Man, again, not that I want that to happen. I do kind of want to see that play out, so how that's going to play out as far as they can stay healthy. But you like you said, it is a lot of key factors, especially with AD and now LeBron being kind of more injury prone and needing a lot of load management, so they don't get worn out through the season.
Right.
They're gonna be fun. I think, like I said, I'm giving them at least 20. I say 20 games tops. You know, with that coach, if he can't figure out, what to do with that talent by 20 games, then it's gonna be like street ball. They're gonna be like, you know what? If I get the rock, I'm getting mine, and it's just gonna be like watching the AM1 video, man. They're gonna be going for self, man. And that's a bad recipe.
And honestly, I don't think they're done picking up pieces either. I feel like they're gonna get something else before the deadline.
What's left?
Oh, somebody come available.
Ben Simmons.
That's it, really.
Well, yeah, that's true. But
they got enough cap space to even make that.
At this point, I think
trade type thing.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about. Man. Giving up what probably still because the guy that came out today, their GM said, "Man, I'm still shoot for what I want in return. I want somebody in return and a couple picks."
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if some of these players are willing to take a pay cut to come there and play. You ain't gonna have to twist nobody's arm to come there and play with that team.
No.
That's the thing. It's like you want to win or you just want to go sit and squalor somewhere because you already know we the favorite. So either get down or lay down.
And that's the thing. I think it's gonna come to a point because now it's at this point now it's irreparable down there in Philadelphia. They ain't gonna get no peace with that.
They moved
it's already done.
They moved on from him.
He talking about he'll play it out for 4 years. I'm like, you basically causing your team game.
You throwing away money because ain't nobody going to want to touch you after that.
Yeah.
Nope.
Go ahead and get rid of them while you can and recruit from it. I mean, like I said, I still don't think they're a bad team without them. I think they can definitely pick up another role player, not a superstar, but put a role player. They can come in and do something for them.
Yeah.
But I think there's just too much distraction when you're trying to build something there and you finally have.
I don't see it. I don't see it's repairable for Philly, man. They need to just cut their losses and get what they can out of this dude. He's a distraction now.
Yeah, they're gonna try to get their money's worth out of it, though, man. They just, with that contract, they definitely gonna try to get their money's worth. At least a trade or something.
They got to get a trade because if they let him go, they owe him a lot of money.
Oh yeah. They're gonna be paying him for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to spread it out over the years, kind of like what the Hornets did with Nick Batum. But but right now,
what's his name? Looked good last night. Was it Ball?
Yeah, Ball. Yeah,
Melo. Yeah.
He looked
man, LaMelo look good, but man, that boy Ja Morant, bro, like
a problem. He's gonna be a problem,
bro. That dude is a problem, bro.
That's like I agree. On steroids.
Yeah.
I mean, Westbrook kind of free getting up and down the court, playing. I mean, you see I'm talking about defensively, the stuff that I saw defensively he did.
Yeah.
It could be.
You need to practice on how to land, though. I ain't gonna lie, though, because that stuff be looking kind of scary, though. How you be landing on that one leg? I'm like, man, bro.
And I think that's how he got hurt last year.
Yeah, it came down awkward.
Yeah, on his ankles. Yep.
Man, we don't need another Derrick Rose, bro.
Oh yeah,
no,
absolutely not. And I was just talking about Derrick Rose, man. I like the way he playing ball right now.
Yeah,
because he is just being a jump shooter now. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he does drive, do his floaters and stuff like that. But like I said, he improved that jump shot, man, which he really did need anyway. So,
breaking news: the Heat is dragging the Bucks right now. 32 to 7 right now.
God, they got 4 points.
Look here. First quarter, I don't know what they doing down there, man, but
man, what happened with Giannis, man? Giannis had a big crazy game, bro. In the home opener, bro. Like,
yes, the party's over.
They watched by the Miami Heat.
They shooting like crap right now, man. Middleton ain't hit a shot yet. You know what I'm saying? They not and the Heat ain't no pushovers, man.
Nah, they definitely ain't.
They can run.
They got PJ Tucker and Kyle Lowry out there.
Yeah,
the Morris kid is on their team too.
Oh yeah, they got some hustle players.
I don't know if y'all had probably a chance to talk about it, but who's like a sleeper team to y'all? Like y'all feel like they could kind of come out of nowhere and do big things.
Ooh,
Chicago
team.
Chicago. That's a good one.
Chicago.
They got some good pieces.
I think the Hornets might be. I know we were just talking about. I think the Hornets. Now people still
Rip just threw his TV.
It's one half. It's one half. Just bring Clay back, man, so we can get the real Dub Nation out there. That's all I want.
That's a sleeper team to me too, man. Because I feel like if Clay come back healthy enough and still do what he was doing before, man, I think because Golden State still got their primary core, man. They never separated, bro. So they can still play with the best of them.
Oh yeah.
They showed it.
They got some good pieces
tonight. Yeah.
Like I like Jordan Poole, you know what I'm saying? Jordan Poole looked pretty good. So
didn't he go to Michigan? I think he went to Michigan.
I don't know exactly. He went to college.
Yeah, I think it was Michigan. Oh yeah, don't forget. Oh yeah, Jimmy Butler's in Miami too. Forget that.
Yep.
Bam. They got Bam, Hero,
Lowry, PJ Tucker, Markieff Morris.
Yeah.
Yep. The other one's still in with the Clippers, I think. I know one of them was on the Clippers.
Yeah.
But I think I don't know that I feel like Chicago be that team for me because they got the power to make something happen up there.
Oh yeah.
And Lonzo actually is getting better and better. People ain't really looking at it like that, but Lonzo getting better.
I agree with it. I agree with that.
Lonzo and who else did they get? And played. I don't know, not Kyrie. I don't want to call him DeRozan. Getting him and DeRozan, and then you having Zach LaVine already.
Bang.
You know that Zach LaVine can get off more offensively. Now, he went off the other night. I think he had like 34. Or did he have 40?
They definitely won. He had 34.
Yeah, 34.
Yeah. They mopped up the Pistons.
Yeah. So I mean, he has help now. I mean, it's not him primarily probably playing hard on both ends of the ball. He has a little bit of help, and then they got what's my man that played for Orlando last year and he got traded. He's a pretty decent skilled big guy.
Talking about Aaron Gordon?
Not Aaron Gordon.
Aaron Gordon in Denver.
Not Vucic. Was it Vucic? Yeah. Was it Vucic?
Vucic. Oh, Vucic.
Yeah.
He buckets too.
Yeah, buckets too. Good inside game.
Caruso. They got Caruso too.
Oh yeah, he got.
Oh Caruso. Yeah.
Another good bench spark.
So, yeah.
Yeah, they got some good play. Kobe White.
Yes, they got Kobe.
Yeah, they got some good players, man. That's what it's like. The teams are getting younger, but they're starting to put these teams together. I know it's a couple of super teams out there, but some of these younger teams, they're gonna be the ones that that solidify these teams moving forward with the league. A lot of these younger players don't want to be on a super team. They want their own team.
Yeah,
and that's cool too. That's how it should be, though.
Remind me of the '90s again because everybody wanted to not leave. They wanted to say, "Hey, we just as good as back in the day. Like, okay, we the Supersonics. Think about the Supersonics and think about Houston. Think about how you had
Phoenix, Dallas, Denver.
Yeah,
they all was low. Every team was loaded. Sacramento, every team had players that didn't need to go to other teams. Even Golden State back then had their own squad. The Knicks had their own squad. The Celtics, all of those teams had their own gang of players, man. They ain't have to go to no other teams. But
I said the like you said, like the 90s, like you ain't see New York saying, "Oh yeah, Chicago, they good."
Or you ain't see Pippen get his ass beat for 3 or 4 years and say, "You know what? I think I want to go play for the Pistons next year."
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
True.
It's like
call Jordan back.
You ain't see like Mark Jackson get his ass handed to him by Jordan like 3 or 4 years in a row and say, "You know what? I think I want to go play with the Celtics so we can go beat Jordan." You know what I'm saying? It's like, no, man, stay where you at. Take your lumps. Take your lumps.
I think that the pride was, it wasn't even really pride, just the fact that we know we got a good team, just like y'all got a good team.
Yeah.
Y'all got to play the whole game, just like we got to play the whole game. So it's not like, oh, they're a super team. We're probably going to lose. Nah, they're just like, hey, we coming to play, so y'all better be ready. So.
Just like when when the Lakers beat the Pistons that year, and then the Pistons came back and beat the Lakers that year.
Yep.
Yeah, none of those Pistons players like, we ain't going nowhere else. We know we could beat them. We know we can go back and beat them. So
the fact that when they beat Boston, they was already there. I think at that time Boston was getting ready. They was on the decline too as well.
Boston knew that it was the Pistons' time to take over.
Yeah.
And Magic and them knew it too, because those Pistons that played against those Lakers was hunting for blood. They was like, they ain't gonna whoop us like y'all did the year before.
Bad boys. Yeah, real bad boys. And then that year, I think the Lakers went back to the finals one more time in the 90s, and they didn't see them back to 2000. Yep, that was it for a while.
Yeah.
Bull said y'all done. Bull said y'all done, man. Just go ahead and pack your stuff up and take it on home.
I figured Jordan get there that one time he actually got there. I was like, he got to take it now. Because at that time, I think what Magic was, they was on over the prime side of their careers anyway. Then him and James Worthy.
James Worthy then was what to call it still. He might have been gone then.
They had Eldon Campbell. Had Byron Scott. I'm trying to think who else they had. Sam Perkins.
Yeah, Perks.
Yep, Perks.
So they was on their way out, man. Jordan's like, we ain't here to fool around.
Right.
We ain't here to fool around.
I think if granted that Michael took that year off or 2 years off, I still think they probably would have won all the way up until that 98 season.
You think that Bulls team could have beat the Rockets?
Yeah. Easy.
I think it would have split. I mean, yeah, they would have beat them. I don't know if they would have went 8 for 8.
Mm-hmm.
They wouldn't have swept them. I put it that way. They wouldn't have swept them, but they would beat them.
It would have been a good series. It might have probably been the only team that would have gave them a series.
Mm-hmm.
Truthfully,
yeah, because the Rockets beat who? The Suns. Was it the Suns to go to that finals?
That first year, I think they beat the Suns.
Yeah, not the Shaq year, but the Knicks year when the Rockets played the Knicks.
Yeah, that was the only year that had a chance to contend for a championship, if I ain't mistaken.
You were
right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, 93, 92, 93.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I think Barkley only played when he lost to Michael in that finals. Did he only play one more year for the Suns and then he went to the Rockets?
I think so.
Yeah, because he went to the Rockets went to Rockets in 95.
Was it 95?
Yeah, because Pippen was there with him too.
Pippen came with 99, 98, 99, I think.
Oh yeah, because did he go to Portland after Rockets?
I thought he went to Portland.
He went to the Rockets first for a year.
Then he went to Portland.
Okay, then he finished out on Portland for couple of years, right?
Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
And then that was the end of him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he left on a sour note, man. I would like to see him finish in Chicago, but they kind of ran him out of there.
I'm proud Reggie Miller never thought of those trades. Well, that team didn't need a trade. They had a team.
Man, look, that team that Reggie team was loaded, bro. They just went up against the Lakers, man. That's they could have won a chip if they played anybody else other than the Lakers. Same with the Sixers. I think the Sixers could have won too, man. They just that Shaq and Kobe was
even last year. Reggie was at Indiana that year of the debacle in the Madison Palace.
Oh yeah,
they had a good team that year. A way good team.
After that Madison Palace, man, that whole team,
that was. It broke the whole team down.
Both teams wasn't the same anymore after that. Because those Pacers, I mean, they had Jermaine O'Neal, Steven Jackson, Artest, and Reggie. Bruh, come on.
They had a squad, man.
Come on. That was a championship team, bro. That was a championship team. It was a championship team the year before that. And then they added Steven Jackson.
Yep.
That's crazy. And then Steven Jackson left and won a championship with the Spurs.
Yep.
Crazy. That's crazy.
Certain teams were known for main stars. Now people are all stars. Durant, but not get mad at LeBron for. Well,
hold on, Wendell. You know who did the big three thing first. You know who did that first. Let's not ignore those Celtics that went out and recruited those guys, man. Celtics did it, man. Celtics started that whole thing.
If you think about it, it's been a big three in the NBA for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Before, even before that, you can say the teams with Larry Bird technically had a big three. But
they drafted those guys though.
Yeah, McHale and Parrish. I think was Parrish already there. Parrish was already there.
Parrish was drafted. I think the Bulls drafted Parrish at one point.
And then probably got traded.
He got over there, yeah.
But it's like even Golden State, at least the first year they won the championship, that was all in-house due to the organization building their team up before Durant came. So I give them credit for that part where they had their original big three, which was Clay, Steph, and Draymond.
Mm-hmm. Yep. They all was drafted, and they just started building around those three, just like when it was Scotty, Horace, and Mike.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They just built around those three, and that was it. Same with the Knicks. I mean, they built around some of their talent. They had talented players. I mean, they had John Starks, they had Ewing, they had Oakley. You know what I'm saying? All they had to do was just build players around that and put the right coach in there with the right philosophy. Yeah. The rest is history, man. I don't think Vogel's the answer for the Lakers, though. I think if we're going to talk presence, I don't think Vogel is the answer. I think they need another coach in there with a different philosophy to coach those guys.
I can agree with it. Like I'm saying it as far as a Lakers fan, that I don't think he knows what he has. If you know what I mean. Like he's got the stuff, he just doesn't know how to use it.
I like Wendell's. I would let me get Mark Jackson to coach those Lakers, man. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, you hit Mark Jackson.
They did Mark Jackson pretty. Yeah, they did Mark Jackson pretty foul though, man.
Yeah, Golden State kind of ran him out of town. He set that team up for success, man. Steve Kerr just came in and did the rest.
So what was the whole reason of him getting that? I don't know if he got fired or just let him go, or what was the whole gist behind that?
It was a couple of interviews out there with him, and I think it was Shannon Sharp where they talked about his relationship with the front office wasn't always good because he had a different philosophy about the way he was handling his players, and he was pretty outspoken about how he deals with his players, and all it takes is for you to disagree with the GM and the owners. If they want you to do one thing and you go on another way, and you got up and coming guys, like they probably had their eye on Steve Kerr, already. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they was probably putting the feelers out there, like maybe this ain't our guy.
So sneakers fell out. But I think
it was right. He ain't kissed nobody's ass, man, and that's the way it happens. If you put up a fight, just like Phil Jackson, like yo, I'm gonna run this team how I run it. He from that old school type of coaching, like Bill Parcells, and like I'm either gonna run the team or let me roll because you can't tell me what to do. And then y'all y'all philosophy don't work, and then y'all gonna get me up out of here. So let me run it my way, or show me the door.
And so that's the thing, man. Like I feel like that's the gist between a lot of these teams now, as far as coaching and then the front office, because they're not understanding what coaches is putting into these players.
Right.
Front office wants a whole nother gist of things. It's a whole disagreement. Boom. You lose a good coach, then you're going to struggle with for a few years till you find somebody that can replace or, maybe get close to that coach.
Right.
And then, like I said, I like Steve Kerr, but he, like T said a while back, he got into a good situation. It wasn't like they put him on a bad team. Made team. Yeah.
The sandwich was already made, man. All they had to do was just show up, man. And but I think, and Luke Walton showed that too. Was like, yeah, Steve Kerr's here. He just got banged up. Look at the team I got. I just got to make sure I manage these minutes and keep people happy.
Yeah.
And he got a head coaching gig out of that.
And like I said, when Mark Jackson got there, they win 20. They won 20 games the first year. Then they got to playoffs the next year. And then they got better the next year.
Yeah.
But so he built that off his, I would say, the way he was probably coached as a player.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And he just brought that to the new school and made it work. I mean, again, if you go back in time a year before they won the championship, or where they would be a contender, would you couldn't tell me like, oh yes, Steph Curry and this guy Clay and that guy Draymond, they're gonna win a championship. I probably would have laughed. I'm like, man, you crazy? Get out of here.
But they had to get rid of some. They had to get rid of some players too, because I remember. I live in the Bay Area. I was here when Monte Ellis was there. You know what I'm saying? I was there when what the hell's my man name? Keith. Damn it, what was his last name? Oh man, played for Indiana at college. He was the head coach before Mark Jackson took over. I watched the Warriors go through some crappy players, man, and they had to shed a lot. I mean, they couldn't even have Monte Ellis and Steph on the floor at the same time. It was just like they knew Steph was the dude, and Monte was just like trying to hold on, and they ended up running him out of Golden State too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's for a new, I mean, if for the better, not that you want to see Monte leave, but
yeah,
in order to, get to that next step, you probably had to sacrifice some of those veterans that you had there for a while to rebuild, basically. And I think that worked out for them real good. Like I said, with Mark Jackson coming in, like I said, I mean, I don't know who the coach was when Mark Jackson first got to Indiana, but I do know at the later part of that, it was Larry Bird.
Yeah, then it was my man. Was it Rick Carlisle was there?
I think Carlisle might have been at the latter end. I think so.
Yeah,
right before he left. And what year did he leave?
Didn't Larry Brown didn't coach the Pacers, did he?
No, he coached the Pacers.
He coached the Pacers too.
I thought he was
it before?
He coached them that year that was that the same year that Reggie Miller did this to
Oh yeah, it was back in the 90s when the Knicks.
Yeah, when he got the Knicks, right? I remember Larry Brown being there, man. I remember him being there.
Because I know when he left there, he went to Philadelphia.
Yeah, he went to Philly after that.
Yeah, he went to Philly after that.
And then he finally got a championship in Detroit.
Yep.
Yeah, I think after that, then he come to the then Bobcats. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Then Bobcats.
This is the JV.
I wonder if they got throwback jerseys now.
I wouldn't doubt it. I remember my man when Gerald Wallace played for the Bobcats, man. And Steven Jackson.
Yeah.
Yep.
And Steven Jackson.
Larry Brown here right there. Matter of fact, those two guys, they was under his whim then when they went to I think that was their first playoff.
Marvin Williams. Was Marvin Williams there too?
I think he was still in Atlanta at the time.
Okay. He did play for them though, right?
He played in the latter part, last year there's the Bobcat, but he was mostly I think he's a Hornet before he, he left and then retired this year.
No doubt.
Yeah.
CCP, what time? How long you gonna be up here, man?
Probably not too much longer. I'm probably gonna run about another 30 minutes.
Okay. All right. I'm going live in about 10
Okay,
minutes.
I definitely come over there and catch you out.
No doubt. Going over the 75th anniversary team, man. We're gonna talk about that.
All right, hey,
talk about who got left off, man.
Let me get you. Yeah, I'm definitely coming up there then. Let me get you out here. Go ahead and shout your stuff out, man.
Listen, man, Channel Chill Town, man. Appreciate my man CCP for having me up here. Appreciate the fellas on the panel too. If y'all ain't subscribed to CCP, man, go ahead and slap yourself now and hit that subscribe button, man. This dude has some dope panels, some dope discussions, and do some dope giveaways too, man. And I'm not just saying that because I won one before. Actually, I won two, but I ain't. That's neither here nor there. Appreciate you, man. And,
hell yeah, man.
Y'all brothers have a good night, man, and stop on by Channel Chill Town when you can, bro.
Yeah,
all right, I'll be over there.
Oh, yeah. All right. Appreciate you too. What the sneakers?
All right, man.
You already know.
All right, peace.
Yeah, but so this year I feel like the NBA as far as a whole, it's gonna be pretty interesting. As far as seeing who is going to be that top dog in the NBA. It's a lot of teams that can take it. A lot of sleeper teams that can be in contention for it. So,
oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so it's gonna be interesting to see. And like I said, with the Lakers, that's my team, and I it's a lot of stuff that has to be fixed. So as far as the main thing is rotation. That's what's gonna be the main thing. So getting a good lineup and a good a backup lineup as far as coming out the bench lineup when you take the starters out. That's gonna be the key thing of us getting into the postseason, as and making a run. But right now, like I said, it's still murky, and it'll get better.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's still the beginning of the season. They got a whole bunch of time, man. Whole bunch of time.
Yeah, it's good. Like I said, it's 81 games left, so a lot can change. I like right now. In the beginning, it's gonna be hectic. So, but once they get it figured out to the point where they can get something solidified, then yeah. But like Chilltown said, and I agree with that. Like, I don't know if Frank Vogel actually knows what he has and knows how to use it. So they're gonna have to get somebody in there eventually. If it comes to that, they're gonna have to get a coach that can control that kind of roster, because you got some talent. That's bar none on paper. That's probably the best roster you can probably put together in the NBA. You got I say a top 10 player in Anthony Davis, LeBron being like the top player in the NBA, in my opinion. And Westbrook is in his own right. He's in that top discussion, top 30, top 20 players in the NBA. So I feel like he'll make his own. And like I said, his first game, I feel like he's gonna have a better come out against Phoenix. I'm just keep it at that. Hopefully we can pull out a win tomorrow, even at 500. But if not, still can learn a lot from playing a good team like that, even if we do lose. So
yeah, I agree with that.
Oh yeah. But that's how I feel in the NBA situation. I'm gonna go rant too long on it.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I'll say, like I said, I'm more excited now with the Hornets, so I'm probably gonna try to check some of their games out this year. I'm gonna go there. I mean, I think a player like the way if you watch the game, like I said, the way they came out last night, they were down 26, and LaMelo put that team on his back.
Right,
he did.
And, that you haven't seen like that happen in Charlotte for a long time, and not from a player his second year. Come in and kind of do what he do. So like I know, like you said, Chicago's your sleeper team. I'm gonna put my own team in the mix with that. If they can come down the stretch and stabilize and play good ball. I mean, they got good pieces in there now. They got Kelly Oubre that came from the Warriors. He's gonna put up some good shots. I think Miles Bridges, he's gonna show out because he's on a contract year. So even if he stays or don't stay, he's gonna probably definitely play hard. Like Terry Rozier signed an extension, so he's gonna be, I think, a good piece of the team. If you can keep Gordon Hayward healthy.
Yeah, that's the main thing. Yeah.
I would say that's kind of going to be the make or break for us if he can stay healthy for the most part. Other than that, man, we still got pretty good young pieces. I mean, I would hope to see Book Knight more. I mean, I think he's going to be pretty good eventually if he can crack the rotation or whatever.
Yeah, Hornets can make some noise and shake it up. Yeah, they can. Last year they actually could have. I mean, with all the injuries and that play-in situation, which I hate. I don't know why they got that in there. I don't like that play-in crap. I think that's stupid. Like, you got 82 games this year, and if you can't, like my buddy said, if you can't get it done in 82 games, you don't deserve to be there.
Yeah, that's what he was trying to do, but it's just, I don't know, man.
I mean, that was it a 10-9-10 basically, right? And then you make them 8 seed.
Yeah.
I mean,
I want to say it's the 7 and 9, and then maybe 8 and 10.
10, yeah. And they got like a play-in. So then, like, if that, I think it's the lower seed. So if the higher seed wins, which is like 7, I think they stay secured. I don't think they actually have to worry about nothing else. But it's between that 8 and 10. That's where it gets tricky because, like, you could be a 10 seed with a below 500 record, get in the playoffs, and a team that actually had a winning record gets put out.
Yep, on one game, man.
Yeah, so that's why I said I think that's probably one of the dumb things they done as far as that.
That team that has the below 500 record get lucky for somebody.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly.
And get hot and actually get to the finals. Now that'll be that you'll have a whole bunch of people talking about that then. So it's gonna be like, it's gonna be to a point where it's gonna be like, I don't think they should have to play in because now you're gonna have these teams that actually were in contention in the playoffs before this play-in get put out, and then this team that was nowhere near being in actually probably goes to the championship. They may not win it, but
the NBA, they of course they thinking about the money that's gonna come from it. You know what I'm saying? So that's like a bigger thing about it,
right? Yeah. And with the money, I get that it's business first, league second, but again, I just don't like it. I wish they just left it 82 games.
Yeah, I don't like it either, bro. I think just the same way they've been doing it, all of 1 through 8, bro. That's the way it is. Because, like you say, if they ain't do it in 82 games, then they shouldn't even
be there. Yeah, I mean, any other year, with the Jordan eras, the Kobe eras, even the beginning of the LeBron era, if you think about it, that they play 82 games. Regardless, they were top seeds, but teams that were at 8 were at 8. And then, 9 and 10 had to respectfully go home.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm saying. So it's like now it's like, okay, let's give 9 and 10 a chance. So basically it's just like, oh, forget, that I'm an 8 seed. Let's just see what 9 and 10's got to say about this.
It's like everybody, like in sports, like especially like youth sports, everybody get a participation medal. Or this is what you doing. Like, you get a ribbon because you showed up and played. Like, I mean, that's not fair. I feel like a team, even in the 8 spot, scratched. Yeah, they could have had a lot of things going on. A team in the 8 spot, injuries.
Yeah.
They finally started clicking and getting themselves together. So I mean, that team actually fought to get to that. And then you gonna say, "No, man, we gonna make sure." We gonna have you play these 2 teams to make sure that you really should be in the 8 spot. Like that's
And see that if you think about it, and this is just theory, that's barking on another door too. So like if you think about it now, you got an 8-9 play in.
Yeah.
Well, and eventually this is gonna be bad. They're gonna end up putting all the teams in the playoffs.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You just give it you making it to where everybody has a chance, and I don't think that's fair.
No, it's not.
8. I mean, 8 teams. I guess was 32 teams in the NBA, right? So 16 teams go. So it's gonna be 16 bad teams.
Teams, yeah.
I mean, the NFL. What? How many teams in the NFL? 32, right?
It's 32, and now 14. I think it's 14 get to go now.
Yeah. So
it used to be 12.
So I mean, that's it. I mean, it can't be too many. Everybody can't be a chief. You have to have
teams. And see, that's the thing with the NFL, because like before then, your 1 and 2 seeds had that bye week, so now the 2 seed actually has to play.
Yeah,
I think that first week now.
Yeah,
and that, I mean, granted, like even if they do beat them, that's a week that that 1 seed chilling. So
you battle tested, and then going to play the next week with a team that might have been resting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they healed up, and you might have a few injuries thinked up in that first week in the playoffs. Yeah. Coming to the divisional round, you might catch a whole different vibes. You know what I mean? So it's just that I think, like you said, it's too much participation now. You put that 7th seed for another wild card game. I'd rather be at 6 than left alone. Because with that, it's complicated. Like I said, the old format, like I said, 1 and 2 didn't play into divisionals.
Yeah,
and it was just the wild card team. So now you got two playing in that wild card weekend as well. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's 2 and 2 through 7. Yeah, 2 through 7 playing, and 1 is just chilling. Which I mean, I don't. There's nothing wrong with it, but I'd rather it be like 1 and 2.
Like Stigler said, it's money, man. It's the greed, and these like the MLB, NFL is money. Everything is about money.
Yep.
You see who the Seahawks picked up yesterday, didn't you? They got some random dude off waivers again. I don't know who that dude is. He I think he came off practice squad or something, or came from somebody's practice squad. I forgot his name. I seen it earlier.
Well, see, that goes to another thing. Like, okay,
yep, they doing my boy dirty.
Now, I mean, I was hoping he get picked up, man. Now I'm at a point where, with that, it's blatant, especially in the NFL.
Yep.
Like, they don't even give LeVar Jackson credit. You know what I'm saying? I was watching some the other day. Even Stephen A. Smith, that's another topic on its own too. But tearing the man down, like how you? I mean, what has he done wrong?
He's done nothing wrong.
I mean,
he did everything right. They're winning.
Every quarterback has done what he was saying something like every quarterback has done certain things that you point out, but you criticizing that man. But
you good.
No, you're good. No, I'm saying that just shows like it's blatant, man. It's political. Everything, like, it goes down to political stances about who should be at the whim of your offense as far as a quarterback. Like, even if it's black, they don't do Russell like that, because Russell portrays as a Christian fearing guy. He sit there and pray. They're not gonna knock that too much. But you got a guy like LeVar Jackson, he talks a certain way, he carries himself a certain way, but at the same time, he's not out here creating problems off the field. Right. Just like in Houston, Deshaun Watson was a model player, teammate, citizen in Houston, and been helpful. As soon as he said he wants out, what happens? He starts seeing. So all of a sudden, he wants out. Now he's sexual assaulting people at a massage parlor of all places. Like, come on, like it's a lot of little stuff. Like, man, it's you can see it. I mean, you can't be that blind not to notice it, man. You can't.
No, you can't. And my thing with that is too, like when you say about Stephen A. Smith on Lamar Jackson, I'm like, okay, so Lamar Jackson, people, oh yeah, he runs. But people realize Lamar Jackson ain't ran for a lot of yards this year either. Lamar Jackson actually been throwing the ball.
Yeah.
He's been throwing that ball. Like Lamar Jackson had the game they played the Colts thing. Lamar had like 400 and some yards passing. And then the week before that, he had like 375.
Yeah. I mean, he's doing wrong, man. Like he's been playing. I put it this way, each season he's been in the NFL, he has not declined.
He ain't.
He ain't declining. He's getting better.
Every year. And now he's passing. Yeah, on top of the threat that he can run.
Last season was kind of like, you know what I'm saying, with Lamar Jackson. But I mean, as far as this year though, I mean he is doing a lot better.
Yeah. He's not taking that option to run. Like now he's actually sitting in the pocket, looking for something. And that the part that's dangerous too, because if he can actually pass and then he decides he wants to run, he's making you play devil's advocate. Now you got to figure out what you want to do.
Yeah,
I'm gonna play coverage, or you got to have somebody sitting there spying on him the whole time. And because he will take off.
I mean, you ain't gonna stop him. One person spying ain't gonna stop him.
No.
I mean, he got a little open. He's game for a big game.
10, 15 yards, yeah, easy, if not more. But the thing is, the narrative is Lamar Jackson is not your typical quarterback. No, he's not. He's dynamic. He's a dual threat quarterback, like Josh Allen. That's a dual threat quarterback. Josh Allen can run and throw, but we don't hear that narrative of Josh Allen because Josh Allen's white.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But Josh Allen's doing the same thing Cam Newton used to do in Carolina.
Exactly. And probably formerly, which is in Buffalo right now, of the old Carolina Panthers. But
yeah,
I'm not gonna say that either. But I mean, again, this is to say, like, why Cam Newton should not? Why is he not in the NFL right now? At least on somebody's squad as a backup. I'm not saying I think he will go to any team that takes him. I don't think he has to be a starter. I feel like he's willing to go to a team,
and
not be the starter. But that man needs to be in the NFL, and he needs to be pretty much the next man up wherever he goes. Clearly,
and I don't think we should have let him go. Now they see what's going on now, because we wouldn't have lost. We ain't won a home game this year. We lost to Dallas at home. We lost 4 games at home. We lost to Dallas. We lost to I think we lost to Miami too. We beat the Jets. We beat Houston in Houston, but we have not won a home game this year. We are 0-4 at home.
Was he still on a 1-year deal this year again?
Who that?
Cam, like when he brought him back.
You know? Yeah, they signed. They was at that 1-year deal. They had just signed him before the preseason. I think right before the preseason started, they had re-signed him for that 1-year structure. And he played a great preseason. Like you can see the difference. Like last year, he came into something he didn't even know.
What? But like, and then in the preseason, I thought, man, you know what? He gonna be good.
He playing good.
Yeah, I'm not saying he was bad. And I mean, I know a lot of the circumstance that came from, again, like I was talking earlier, because how he was managing Carolina with his injuries. So I mean, the man needed time to heal. You gave Andrew Luck time to heal. Why you couldn't give the man the same level of respect for his body? So I mean,
because that man had 2 shoulder surgeries. Yeah. So, I mean, and that's the quarterback's best friend. You got to have a shoulder in order to throw the ball.
Yeah.
And with that, I'm like, they threw him back in too early that first time he got it. They knew that. They definitely they missed. Carolina missed that one up themselves on that.
Like I said, I'm not even gonna say that's all Cam's fault, but I feel like the organization did that to him where, yeah, he wasn't gonna be healthy going back into the season with that. I mean, that man has took punishment. True punishment.
Yeah, he has.
Y'all didn't even really do nothing to protect it, even try to go to the league and say, hey man, look how he's taking hits and look how the other quarterbacks are taking hits.
It's that narrative. So, well, he can run, so he'll be fine.
Yeah, he's fine. He's as big as the defensive end of the linebackers. Like, that don't matter.
Let him get hurt.
And White Wade and hurt him. I mean,
hey, I agree with that, man. Shit, Geno Smith ain't gonna do it for Seattle.
Yeah,
hell no. I can tell you that before that even came about.
Yeah, right now.
Right now, Seattle and not Patriot, but Steelers are the best place for Cam.
Yeah.
Even Carolina, Carolina might still be might need him really, honestly, but they gonna do it. But
nah, I think that bridge has been burnt.
Yeah,
and it won't because of him. It was because of them.
Yeah, they ain't gonna do that. But I mean, right now, yeah, Seattle is the best candidate. And after Seattle is gonna be this.
I think he'll plug in better in Seattle because of the dynamic of the offense. And he got those deep threat receivers like Lockett and DK Metcalf.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? The defense is not good, but I feel like they can score the points if you got somebody that can get the ball down the field.
I think they got a good running back that can check down too, right? I can't think of his name. He checks down pretty good.
Is Carson still there? I think that was his name. Or what was his name? I think his last name was Carson. If he's still in Seattle, I think that was their last running back that I can remember. But I think that's who they need to get. But again, I don't know what's going on with that. It's like beating a dead horse because I don't think they're going. I don't see him playing this year. Somebody might be bold enough to start next year and give him a chance, but if not, then I mean, you already know that's the National Football League for you.
Yep,
that's definitely what it is. But we at the hour and 36-minute mark, man. Hey, what the Snickers? I appreciate you for pulling up, brother. You can shout your stuff out, man. If you got something, platforms you got, I'll put you on the big screen.
Oh, shoot, man. It's just your boy, What the Sneakers, man. You can follow me on IG, _sneakers. Appreciate CCP. You know what I'm saying? Having me up.
Man.
Adios on the panel.
That's
it, man. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to CCP, man. Like I said, man. Tell dude a good cat, man. Humble cat. Come here, about the sports. You know what I'm saying? So y'all make sure y'all subscribe, hit that like button, let people know, come through and watch CCP.
Yes, sir, man. I appreciate you, brother. And man, anytime you want to come up, man, you're more than welcome, brother.
I put your link in the chat.
Come back up, man. I know y'all gonna be talking about some more NBA, so shoot, I'm gonna definitely come back up. Sure.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, bro. I'm gonna start following you.
Oh man, appreciate it, bro. Yeah, just hit me back. Just follow me, man. I'll follow back.
Yeah, put it in the chat. I'm gonna follow you.
All right.
And all right. Shout out to What the Snickers and Chill Time for pulling up, cause you got the flow.
Once again, good podcast. Good talk about the NBA. It's going to be a good, interesting season. I'm looking forward to it. Good all around top, discussion on both ends, West and Eastern Conference. So looking forward to that. And also start next year, I'm going to start my own music podcast talk beginning of the year. So be on the lookout for that. Details to come. I'm sure. Put you on, cuz information so we can get it started. So once again, good podcast, and good night, world.
All right, and like I said, man, I appreciate everybody for pulling up tonight. Dylan, man, Wendell, salutes to you, brother. Who else was in here? Sign, salutes to Sign. Appreciate you for following through. Gucci, man, salutes to you, brother. Thank you for following through. My boy Trey, salutes to him. Thank you for coming up here, brother. Who else was up here? My boy Channel Chill Town, salutes, man. Thank you for coming up, man. Talking a little basketball, but y'all definitely go over there and check out Channel Chill Town. He should be getting ready to go live if he's not live now, but definitely go over there, tune in, subscribe to the channel. Don't just tune in, sub up the Channel Chill Town. That's a real one. He's part of this mix over here as well, because he's this is a family over here, so he's part of the family. So anytime he's over here, it's more love, man. And salute to Uncle Skinny TV. Y'all definitely go sub up to him as well. Check his content out. He has 3 channels. I got to put them in the link. I can't remember his gaming channel. I think he changed the name of it, but definitely go check out Mr. Skinny TV. You'll find all the details and everything in that. And hey man, and we up out here to next week. We'll see y'all possibly Monday or Tuesday. I might drop some video content this weekend, do a couple of reviews on some items that I picked up. I hadn't had time to do it. I was supposed to do it. I've just been sitting back waiting. So I got a couple Funko Pops that I picked up. I got one that came in, and I got a sneaker review that I'm going to do. Might actually 2 of them I'm going to do. They both come in this. I think they might come in this week if I'm not mistaken. But if not, they'll be up as well. But I will definitely do the Funko Pops this weekend. I have 4 actually I have to show off. So. And they're all basketball players, you know. So definitely check those out. I'll give y'all a sneak peek of one of them because I'm just, nice enough to do that for y'all.
Uh-oh.
So I definitely got a couple of basketball ones to show y'all.
Sitting
the Dean. So I got a couple of those to show y'all. I got those. Got one coming in from Foot Locker, so that's gonna be pretty dope. That's a good one that they got found on that one. So definitely stay tuned. Like I said, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell to be alert. And again, definitely be on the lookout when Cuz get ready to drop his podcast, his music podcast. We will be definitely jumping over there a lot too. So like I said, man, we on the move in 2022. Big things to come. And you already know what it is with us, man. We about to be up out here. Appreciate y'all for coming through. Much love.
Peace, world. Good night.
Peace.